The Nri kingdom thrived under the wise reign of Eze Igwe, a ruler whose fairness and wisdom brought peace to the land. The people adored their king, and his young son Dike was loved just as much. Though still young, Dike possessed a rare kindness, always mingling with the common folk, sharing laughter and lending a hand to anyone in need. On one such day, Dike returned from the marketplace with his friend Inenna. The two teenagers, dusty from playing, laughed as they entered the palace courtyard. "Dike, one day you'll be king, and you'll still be as reckless as a farmer chasing stubborn goats," Inenna teased him, nudging. Dike grinned. "And you'll still be the only brave enough to call me reckless, Inenna." Their laughter was interrupted by the arrival of Obi Ikechukwu, Eze Igwe's younger brother. He watched the children with a thin smile that didn't reach his eyes. Behind that smile, his envy simmered. One fateful evening, Eze Igwe sat in his chambers with Obi Ikechukwu. The king spoke warmly, unaware of the betrayal brewing in his brother's heart. "Ikechukwu, I want you to guide Dike as he grows. He will need wise counsel when he ascends the throne." Obi's smile faltered, but he quickly recovered. "Of course, my brother, I will do whatever I can for Dike and for you." That night, Obi met with his loyal henchman in the shadows of the forest. "The throne is rightfully mine," Obi hissed. "Dike is just a boy, and my brother, he is just too blind to see that I should rule." The plot was set. Obi would assassinate Eze Igwe during the annual festival, framing Dike for the murder and forcing him into exile. The festival was a grand affair, with drums, dances, and the aroma of roasted yam filling the air. Dike stood proudly beside his father, watching as the people celebrated. But as the festivities reached their peak, chaos erupted. A sudden cry rang out. "The king has been attacked!" Dike turned, his heart pounding, to see his father collapse. Blood stained the white royal attire. Eze Igwe's eyes met his son's one for the last time, filled with both love and warning. "Run! Dike!" Inenna screamed, grabbing his arm. Before Dike could process what was happening, guards surrounded him, spears pointed at his chest. "It was him!" Obi's voice rang out, laced with false sorrow. "Dike has killed the king!" Dike's world crumbled. "No! I would never!" But Obi's lies spread like wildfire, and the people, confused and grief-stricken, turned against the boy. Dike fled deep into the forest, guided by Inenna, who refused to abandon him. For days, they wandered until they came upon Ikemdili, the spirit of the forest. "Young prince, the truth will come to light," Ikemdili said, its voice like the rustling of leaves. "But first, you must discover your strength. The path to reclaiming your throne will be filled with trials." Dike clenched his fist. "I don't want to reclaim the throne. My father is gone, and my people hate me." Ikemdili's eyes glowed. "You carry the blood of kings, Dike. You cannot be erased, no matter how far you run." With Ikemdili's guidance, Dike began to grow stronger, both in spirit and skill. Odogwu, a loyal warrior who had fled the palace after suspecting Obi's treachery, found Dike in the forest. Together they trained, and Dike began to believe in himself again. Years passed, and Obi ruled the Nri kingdom with an iron fist. His greed and cruelty drove the people into despair. Whispers of rebellion spread, and hope ignited when news of Dike's survival reached the kingdom. Dike returned to the outskirts of Nri with Nnenna and Odogwu by his side. The once vibrant kingdom now bore the scars of Obi's tyranny. Gathering a band of loyalists, Dike led a daring coup. The confrontation with Obi was intense, swords clashing under the full moon. "You should have stayed in exile, boy," Obi sneered, circling Dike. "This is my home," Dike replied, his voice steady. "And I will fight for it, just as my father would have." The battle ended with Obi overpowered. The people, realizing the truth of his betrayal, turned their backs on him. Dike ascended the throne, but his journey had taught him humility and wisdom beyond his age. His first decree was one of unity and forgiveness, ensuring that the scars left by Obi's reign would heal. Under his rule, the Nri kingdom flourished once more. Dike often visited his father's grave, speaking to the man who had always believed in him. "I hope I've made you proud, Papa," Dike whispered one day, the crown glittering in the sunlight. From the rustling of the trees, it felt as though Eze Igweocha's spirit answered, "You have, my son, you have." This is a story of a young prince who rose above the arches of tragedy to reclaim his destiny and bring peace to his people. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. And please, if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please, you just have to turn on post notification to get notified on when we post beautiful stories coming your way. And also like, share, comment, and please watch the ads to the end at least. Thank you so much for everything you've been doing. I love you all. Keep loving yourself. You deserve everything you've been praying for. Bye for now. See you on the next tale. Mwah.